final results after the first go in the steer wrestling competition. Jason Miller with the 4.8 with the fastest time, so he wins the first go. Tommy Cook with a 4.9 was second. Now, he competed in the slack earlier this morning, as did Rope Myers and Mickey G. All three of those guys in the top 5 performed this. All right, Cody, we're ready for our steer wrestling competition. Just a reminder, this is starting the second go for all the timed events today. All the riding events, bull riding, bareback, and saddle bronc, they still got to finish up their first go this afternoon here at the Calgary Stampede, but the timed events finished up this morning in the slack performance. So now this is a time where the guys are going to be putting up their second score, and they're going to get an average time, and they're going to hope that that time moves them on into the semis and then on into the money for the big dough. This is Tommy Cook out of Heber City, Utah. Tommy was second in the first go with that 4.9 he had this morning.
These are the linebackers of Rodeo. Tommy Cook, national finalist. See him get to this steer here. Grabs him by the horns, and having a little trouble. Steer just about gets away from him, but brute strength and gets him twisted down. And see what his time is, a good 4.9 in that first round. So two respectable times here for Tommy.
6.3 unofficially for Tommy Cook. So in one day, he puts down almost the fastest times we've seen.
See the steer trying to get backing away from Tommy Cook, just goes to that nose and twists him down.
6.3 official it is for Tommy Cook. Now 6.3, Cody, in the first go would have put him just outside of the top 10. So I'm thinking the average of 4.9 and 6.3 is looking pretty good for him.
You bet it is, and that's the thing. It's a total on 2 that'll bring you back the top 10 and splits or 12, whichever is greater. Make it back for the semifinals this weekend. So Tommy Cook's looking like he's going to be back and going to go for that big money.
Getting that timing string all set for our next competitor. Calmly waiting for his turn.
See them judges setting that barrier across there now. You can see that rope tied across there with that flag on it. You have to give the steer a 10-foot head start. You get a 10-second penalty if you break that barrier, and that is definitely going to take you out of the money here.
Jeff Bayback out of Oklahoma.
Big guy here nods for this steer and gets to him, twists him, and the steer dog falls the wrong way. Now you have to have the steer laying on his side with all 4 feet stretched out before the judge will ride in and put the flag down. And you can see here, there it is. That's that speeding ticket that he got, a 10-second penalty, and not a good day here for Jeff Babick.
No, well, he had a no time this morning in the slack and about a 16-second with that 10-second penalty. So we can almost guarantee he's not moving on.
See the judges setting that barrier rope. Now it's just attached to the steer with a light string. Once he pops that barrier loose, that's when you can ride past with your horse. Trying to get this horse standing straight in here.
Here we go with Vince Walker from Oakdale, California, 31-year-old. He won the 50K here back in '95.
Vince Walker on. Hazer didn't get in there and push that steer over to him so he could get his hands on him, and he's not going to defend that title this year.
Nope. He had a no time this morning in slack and a no time here this afternoon, so Vince Walker's done here.
Here, Rope Myers from Van, Texas, former runner-up to the world champion. We'll see his brother Cash out here in a little bit later, and Rope's dad, the legendary Butch Myers, is a world champion back a few years ago, and big guys here. Rope Myers, 6'3", 230 pounds. Been to the national finals in Las Vegas on 6 different occasions. Now just the top 15 at the end of the year qualified for the world finals. This is one of the guys who seems to do it every year. And Rope Myers gets to this steer, twists him back, and twists him down, and makes another good run.
Rope Myers unofficially with a 5.3. Throw that together with 5.1 this morning, and he's looking strong.
10 and 4 on 2, and that's going to be tough. And that aggregate on 2, and veteran cowboy just goes to the nose and puts a twist on him.
So Rope Myers with the official score of 5.3 right now.
Yeah, sheep shearing. They got all kinds of things going on here at the Stampede. There's a little bit of mixture of sheep shearing to sheep riding. There's all kinds of stuff happening here this week.
Mutton busting as well. Well, that is sheep riding, I guess that's what you're talking
Same
about.
thing, mutton busting, sheep riding. Have a good set of Velcro gloves and you're hard to get on the ground.
All right, this is Mickey Gee from Wichita Falls, Texas. Mickey with the 5.5 this morning in the slack. Top 5 in the first go.
World champion a couple of years ago, Mickey Gee, and gets to this steer, strong little guy here, and puts a twist on him right here. He's coming back and had an off year last year, won the world title in 1999 and never even qualified for the national finals last year, but he's coming back with a vengeance here. And see why this guy's a world champion. Twists his steer back and just speed goes to that nose and just warps him into the ground. And excellent run for Mickey Gee.
Well, he won the 50,000 back here in that same year, 99. 5.2 officially for Mickey Gee. So with a 5.5 and a 5.2, well, he and Myers are making a statement.
Put him in there 10-7, and we'll see him back here in the semifinals.
So 10-4 for Myers overall, 10-7 for Mickey Gee. Are we going to see anybody under 10 seconds, you think, combined?
Oh, I would think, yeah, before the week's over. It's tough, though. This is a tough pen of cattle. Luke Bronquino from California, last year's Rookie of the Year in the Professional Rodeo Association, and just missed qualifying for the national finals last year. And Luke got a great career ahead of him. But you know, the thing with the first go-round, these pen of cattle, everybody got a fresh steer there. We'll see these steers coming back for the second time now. There'll be some faster times in the second round, but to get in there under 10 seconds, it's going to be tough for this pen of cattle.
Luke had a time of 5.8 in this morning's slack performance. Put him in the 7th position in the first go.
Gets out good on this steer, gets to him here, twists him back, and boy, put it on him right there, Luke.
3.9 is what I'm looking at unofficially, a second faster than anything we saw in the first go.
That's what I'm talking, 3.9, and so I'm saying when you get these steers coming back now on their second run, guys are gonna be able to read them a little bit better. They're gonna know how the steer starts and comes in there, gonna be under 10 now. That's our first guy, and gonna move him into the lead in that aggregate, and he's gonna be back here for that semifinals this weekend.
9.7, so as soon as we start talking about it, maybe he heard us because he's right beneath us from where we're announcing, and 9.7 for Luke. This is Cash Myers now getting ready for his chance. His older brother by 10 years, Rope Myers, at just over 10 seconds for his aggregate.
Cash and Rope just about twins in size. Cash a little bit younger than Rope, but 6'2", 220 pounds, and the 1999 Professional Rodeo Rookie of the Year, and this guy has absolutely been tearing him up the last couple of years, and he's got a bright future. And
6.2 this morning.
6'2 this morning, and it's out a little late on this steer, but the steers aren't running as fast as they've been all weekend, and puts a good run on this calf steer right here. 4.3.
4.3 unofficially for Cash Myers.
It's looking like we're going to see the Myers brothers back here this weekend. Goes to that nose and just twists him down.
So 4.3 for Cash Myers puts him at 10.5, and I believe that's exactly what his brother got. No, his brother is 10.4. So both Myers brothers with excellent average scores.
You bet. That's some good times on two head here. See them judges pulling that barrier rope across there, making sure everything gets set right.
This is Trav Cadwell from Oakdale, California.
Gets to this steer here, he's got him caught quick, goes to the nose, twists him over, and time coming in here for Trav Cadwell.
Trav with a 4.6. He was out of the top 10 in the first go.
He's 5-3 this morning, but he broke the barrier this morning and took a 10-second penalty, so going to make it tough for him to get in there. He needed to be super fast on this one. I don't think we'll see him back here. He was just going for the day money in the go-round, and 4 and 6 is going to move him into second so far in this round. And You know, with taking that 10-second penalty this morning, he knew that he didn't have a shot at making back to that semifinal, so he just had to lay it all on the line and let it roll and go for the money. It looks like he's going to get a little bit of it.
Yeah, 4.6 is the third fastest so far today. We got 3.9, a 4.3, and a 4.6. So this is our final guy now here in the steer wrestling competition. Well, we have seen clearly day 4 this afternoon has been the best that we have seen in steer wrestling so far.
Fast and getting faster, and Joey Bell from Salem, New Jersey.
How about New Jersey?
You don't see many guys coming all the way to from New Jersey, but you know, on a 10th in the world currently, and it's Joey Bell. He's got a bright future ahead of him, and living out here in the West now, and rodeoing up here in Canada. Was up here for the 4th of July long weekend and won a lot of money at Pinoca up the road. And Joey Bell, let's get everything set right.
6.6 this morning for Joey Bell in the slack.
You'll see him going for it here.
6.6 is a great time, but in the first go, that had him outside of the top 10.
Does a good job of getting out, holding that horse up, not going through that barrier, and twists him down and puts an excellent run on this one here.
5.1 for Joe Bell. Unofficially out of New Jersey.
Oh, and look at the front legs of that horse hit that barrier. It looked like he got out. It looked like the chest of the horse got out. Was all right, but the front legs broke that barrier in a 15-1, and he's not going to win any money here today.
All right, so the fastest time, Luke Bronquino with an amazingly fast 3.9, and then a 4.3 for Cash Myers. Cadwell with the 4.6, and then you got to go to the other guys at just over 5 seconds. A great day of steer wrestling. The best man, though, Luke Bronquino, he's with Leah Garcia.
Luke Branchino is a pretty confident man, first of all, to just skip the nose and just go right to throwing your steer down. That takes a lot of confidence.
Yeah, shoot, he was a good steer. Frank Thompson had run him earlier, and he had told me about him. And he's just a great steer, and I knew what he was going to do, and it really helps the run.
So you have the inside information.
Definitely, yes.
A man who does his homework pays off, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Congratulations.
Thank you.